Hello everyone. Again, a good recommendation in less than 3 minutes. This morning I was attending a webinar by Patrick Lencioni. I am a big fan of Patrick because of his books, his concepts. They really resonate with me and the things that we teach leaders and we help leaders with. And one of the questions in the webinar, they asked him, what are the 3 most important things that leaders are facing or should do today? And his answer was, number 1 is to be exceedingly human. Number 2 was to be persistent, and number 3 to be creative. And by saying being really human, he talked about this is an opportunity for us as leaders to be vulnerable, but also to check the vulnerability of people. So when we talk about being persistent, he said, do not assume as a leader because there is a technology and they know how to work from home now and things are moving and they are maybe being productive. It's not about assuming those things, and things are changing too fast now, too fast. We cannot wait for the monthly one-on-one or for the weekly one-on-one. Some good leaders are having a 15 minutes check-in every morning, a 15 minutes check-in at the end of the day to see how people are doing. But what is important in the human part is not only check how they are doing with tasks or with the things that you delegated, is asking people, how are you really doing? As a human facing all these contexts, facing all these new contexts and this new situation. Very important to check on that. And I just finished a coaching session with one of my clients, a director that she's an expert on security. And she's doing things. She said, every time that I start a video conference or a phone call or a meeting, I start by asking my people, how are you doing? As a human, as a person, how are you doing with all this before we get into the topic? And she told me something very important. She said, if I don't address that, if I don't address the elephant in the room first, then I won't have the quality of conversation that I need for the topics that we deal with. And since this is safety, a distraction in my employee mind, it's a risk. And I think that applies not only for safety, in many topics. If we want to have the quality of conversation, we need full attention, we need get rid of distractions. So first I need to ask how you are doing. So we can leave behind that maybe I had to stop a class for my son because I am giving the classes now, or maybe that I left something in the kitchen, or whatever was concerning and worrying about my new context working at home. I need to address that before having a quality conversation and having the best level of conversation with people. So this is an opportunity for leaders to practice empathy and really ask that human side, how we are doing in the human side, and check with people to have the quality conversations that we need to stay productive. So I hope this is useful for you, and if it's interesting, if you think this is useful, please don't forget, share it with your network so this video reaches more people. Thank you and see you the next time.